It's 2 a.m., you're lying in bed, eyes wide open, and then it hits you. Something you said in 2016 to a person you'll never see again, in a conversation no one else remembers, and your brain decides right now is the perfect time to replay it on a loop in HD with full surround sound. Why does this happen? Why does your brain do this to you? Why can't you just let it go? I've been there more times than I can count. And I finally figured out why. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you're going to understand your brain in a way most people never do, and you're going to know exactly what to do about it. During the day, your brain is distracted. There's noise everywhere: work, people, your phone, life. But at night, the noise disappears. And when the noise disappears, your thoughts get louder. All the emotions you push down during the day, they don't disappear, they wait. And the second your head hits the pillow and there's nothing left to distract you, they come back. Your brain isn't torturing you on purpose. It's trying to protect you. It thinks, if I replay this moment enough times, maybe I can figure out how to stop it happening again. It's trying to solve a problem that doesn't need solving, because the moment is over. But your brain doesn't know that. But here's what's wild. The moments your brain picks, they're never random. There's a very specific reason it keeps going back to those exact memories. And once I explain this, it's going to completely change how you see yourself. Think about the memories that come back the most. What do they have in common? Someone saw you mess up. Someone judged you. Someone might have thought less of you. It's always social. And that's not a coincidence. For thousands of years, humans survived in groups. If you got rejected from the group, you died. So your brain evolved to be absolutely terrified of social rejection. Being embarrassed wasn't just uncomfortable. It was a threat to your survival. That's why your brain treats that awkward moment from 7 years ago like a code red emergency. Because deep down, buried in your wiring, it still thinks your life depends on what people think of you. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're just running ancient software on a modern problem. But wait, it gets more interesting because there's something called the spotlight effect. And when I tell you what it is, you're going to feel an enormous amount of relief. You know that feeling, like everyone saw what you did, like everyone's still talking about it, like the whole room noticed. They didn't. They really, really didn't. People massively overestimate how much others notice their mistakes. We think a spotlight is on us, but everyone else is too busy worrying about their own spotlight to look at yours. I remember this one time I said something completely wrong in a meeting. I wanted to disappear. I thought about it for weeks. I brought it up to a colleague months later. She had no idea what I was talking about. None. The moment I had replayed 1,000 times in my head, she didn't even remember it happened. That's the spotlight effect. You're the only one keeping this alive. Now, understanding all of this helps, but it doesn't fully explain why it keeps happening at night specifically. There's a reason your brain picks bedtime for this, and it has everything to do with how memories actually work. When you sleep, your brain sorts through the day. It decides what to store, what to delete, what matters. Emotional memories, especially painful ones, get flagged as important. So right before sleep, your brain starts pulling up anything unresolved, anything with emotional charge, anything it hasn't fully processed yet. It's not punishing you, it's filing. The problem is, some of these memories never get fully filed, because every time you replay them, you feel the emotion again, which flags them as unresolved again, which means they come back again and again and again. You're stuck in a loop, and fighting it only makes it worse. The more you tell yourself to stop thinking about it, the louder it gets. So how do you break the loop? Because here's the thing nobody talks about. If you don't understand this, it can follow you for years. The same memories, the same 2 a.m. spiral, the same shame, over and over for the rest of your life, unless you do this one thing. Here's the truth nobody tells you. The fact that you feel embarrassed means you care. You care about how you show up. You care about other people's feelings. You care about being good. People who don't care, they don't replay anything. They don't lose sleep. They don't feel a thing. Your brain isn't broken. It's working exactly as it should for someone who gives a damn. But here's where the shift happens. You stop trying to erase the memory. You stop fighting it. And instead, you do this. You write it down right there at 2 a.m. Phone out. Notes app open. Just one sentence. I'm thinking about this. It's normal. I'm human. That's it. Because when you write it down, your brain gets what it was looking for. Acknowledgement, resolution, a place to put it. The loop doesn't break by force. It breaks when you stop treating the memory like a threat and start treating it like evidence that you're someone who grows. Then close the Notes app, take a breath, and let it go. Not because you're suppressing it, but because you've done your part, and that's enough. You're not the embarrassing moment. You're the person who remembers it because you want to be better. The people with bulletproof mindsets, they didn't stop making mistakes. They stopped letting mistakes define them. They learned, they moved, they kept going. And that's what you're going to do. Next time you're lying there at 2 a.m. and that memory creeps back in, you're going to remember this. Your brain is doing its job. You're doing yours. And the version of you that gets through this is going to be stronger for it. If this helped you understand your mind a little better, share it. Because right now, there's probably someone you know lying awake, replaying something they said, thinking they're the only one. Show them they're not, and I'll see you in the next one. And if that resonated with you in any way, consider hitting the sub button and checking out these 2 videos here.